All right. Good day. You're welcome to another edition of our class. And today we're talking about fence and scope. Now, I might separated this having your fence and scope. Now, when I say fence and scope, I'm trying to talk about fence as one, and number two, let's say one, and number two, the fence scope. Now, if we're talking about the fence, we're talking about the configuration of our fence, our electric fences, how lines are linked, how you make your loop, the 8 lines, the 6 lines, and we're bringing in the scope today, the fence scope, because majority of our installers we've not gotten the right way of how you loop. Like I said sometimes ago, we've seen scenarios like this where you have, okay, let's assume this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is the 6 lines, all right? You see an installer comes here, it brings in, let's say, brings in one of the cable from here. The cable for the energizer is coming from here. Let's assume our energizer is here, all right? It gets here. This is the end of the fence, right? It gets here, and you see something like this. The loop here to here, and also you do here to here, like that. You do maybe here to here. You see all kinds of loop like this. Now, if we have a fence like this, you should I say, as an installer, and at the end of the day, let's say this is the return. They say this is the out and this is the return. Now, if we have fence like this, I'll tell you for free that fences like this cannot work. Why? Because at the end of the day, you have your current flow. This flows in this direction. It gets here, okay? It gets here, it's flowing in this direction. It gets here, it's flowing in this direction. All right? It gets here, it's flowing in this direction. It gets here, it's flowing in this direction. It gets here. You begin to ask, how do I know it flows in this direction? Then let me introduce you to what we want to talk about today, which is the fence scope. Now, you see this, I'll say, let me say, 70% of the installers today, they don't know what this is. And I'm sure a couple of them, they've not actually used it. This is your electric fence scope. Now, this is the inscription, fence scope. What is this stuff used for? This guy is used to test your fence. You can use it to analyze your fence, check if there is fault on the fence. You can use it to identify if the looping has been done well. This, yes. Because now, let's take a look at this. Let me turn it on. Now, by the time the name comes up, nemtek, if I press down, I can go through the menu because it has a, should I say, an inbuilt manual on how you operate this. Let me come closer, you see, I think you can see, this is just it. All right, let's go back. But if I turn on the first part, I have this nemtek, I press the right button, then I need to explore the other things, which has to do with whatever I want to measure. Now you see the first sign here, we're having probe. This is just like when you say probe, you're trying to check something. With this, there's at the back of this, the head here, you have this pin here. This is not just here for decoration. This very part, you can place it on your lines. You take this, immediately I put it on probe, I go to the line, I place this metallic part on the line of the fence. This will help to determine the direction of flow of my current from this energizer. I can come to a fence, I don't even know the direction of the energizer, right? I just get there, I put this here. This is able to tell me the direction of where the energizer is and where it's returning. Now, by the time I place this here, let's say the first line, because this is the out, it's going to read it as the direction. Sorry. Here, you see stuff comes up, it pops up, and start pointing towards this direction. If I go to the second line here, right, it will give me a return to this direction, because actually the current is actually coming from here, right? Then here also, this direction, same thing. So they are all moving in this direction. So at the end of the day, you have the first one moving towards the right hand side here, and the other one, this one to the left, this to the left, this to the left, this to the left, and this to the left. By the time you have your fence, your probe telling you that only one of them is actually going here, the others is going this direction, automatically tells you that the configuration of your fence is wrong. Now let's label this as sample A, and let's go to sample B. Let's have this. Okay, this is our sample B. Okay, we'll have this here. Sample B. All right. Let's assume we have this energizer is here. Okay. And I decide to do the right way of looping, which I've always told you what you need to do. First of all, I'll label as live, earth, live, earth, live. All right. Then the next thing, I understand that immediately this one goes out from here, all I'm supposed to do is to take this from here to this. Okay, let me assume I'm going to loop it from here to this guy. All right. This one gets here. I decide not to put anywhere. I come here and I take this guy here to this one. All right. Then this other one, take it from here to this one. And this, I return this to the energizer. Now, let's take a look at this. By the time I get my probe, I want to test if the connection here is right. All I need to do is to turn on my energizer. It comes with the name nemtek, and I press forward the arrow. The minute I put that, then I get the part of the fence scoop that comes with the probe. I place this metallic part on the fence. Immediately, it will detect that the current is flowing towards this direction. If I decide to go to this line, this earth is idle for now, then let's assume we have our earth, and we just loop from here to here. All right. Now, by the time I go to line 2 for the earth, if I place my probe here, this fence detects that my current for the earth is flowing this direction, which is not a problem. All right. Then we get to the third one, which is the next live. All I need to do, if I place my probe here, this probe direction will do a return, an arrow indicating it's coming this way. I go to the fourth line. By the time I place it, it will do a reverse. Now this one is taking this guy this way. Then if I come here, it will take this one this other way. Then I come to the last one, and let's say this one, this will also show it's coming this way. But this last one, by the time I get here, it will do a return back to the energizer. So we're having a waveform like for this one, we're having that way for the live. We only deal with the live lines, leave the earth first. We're having to and a returning flow. Then this one goes back to the other side and returns this way. It will automatically tells me that yes, this is fine and this is wrong. All right. So the more reason why you should understand that most times fences that are looped just this way, it is not just right. Somebody dropped a comment and said by the time you touch this with life, the earth, and You know, some people, they are just so adamant. You think because you're doing doing things the wrong way, everybody has to, okay, they just have to buy. You have two persons doing something wrong, and because two of them they are wrong, they want to tell me because we have two of us we agree. No, that is not it. If it is wrong, it is wrong. He said that we can also do this stuff, do any of this connection if this one touch this. See, let me tell you something. We're talking about security here, right? If you're dealing with security, you must make sure there is no room for any exposure. Don't try create any space to say, okay, because this is the little place I just live, because that will be the point where you can easily have an intrusion. So please, you should note this, because from this tells me that this is wrong, because now most of the arrow, let's just assume, okay, let me adjust the sample A. Let me adjust it. Okay, let's see something of this nature. Okay, hold on. If we have stuff like this, I want to assume he said he's going to be having, he decided to label it right to say, okay, this is live, this is earth, this is live, this is live, this is earth, and this is live. But when it gets to the part where you want to loop, you decide to loop the wrong way. Now, you decide to just take let's say assume this is the earth, comes here, and he's done this. Okay, fine, this is fine. Okay, now this is the live. It takes the first live to this, take the second live to this, and take this third live to this. So the direction of flow of this is this, and this. Even the earth, this is for the earth. If it goes like this, it returns like this. At the end of the day, we're almost having the same waveform, the movement for each of them. But if you take a look at the bottom one, the sample B, we have out, this is the earth, then we have in, out, in, and then in. Okay, this is the earth, the return of the earth. But for the live movement, we have out, and in. That's for the 4 lines. So it is important you try to get this. If you can, for installers, I know it can be a bit, you see, it's expensive. This is about $60-something. If you're getting this from Nemtek, it's about $67 a day about. So it is important you have this, because one thing I believe so much in, anything worth doing is worth doing well. So it is a matter of you doing things right, not just because others are doing it this way, then I must follow suit. You must make sure you are different, you're unique from others by doing your own, should I say, your fencing the right way. So it's important to also understand that with this probe, there are a couple of things. This, you see, energy for 1000 ohm. This is used to measure the power on your fence. Okay, this is kVA. Now this is code for kVA. This is energy. Now you can put this on the fence. It can read. You put to this. This is the positive and this is the negative. All right. You can put this one on the negative. That's which is called the earth, and put this on the live. By the time you have this on the live and you press to your energy, it begins to tell you the voltage energy that is actually moving along your line. Then this also tells you the kVA, what size. If it's this can actually take 16 kVA. Like your wizard, you have 9.5 kilovolts, which is 9,000 volts to 10,000 volts. So with this, you are able to measure your fence. So this is what I will advise. If we can actually get this, it will help us a lot. It will help us a lot with our jobs. And for those who are still doing it wrongly, but you can now see why I don't always accept looping that is done this way. If it is not done like this, I tell you it is wrong and it's wrong. Nothing you tell me. Already your fence will be able to, it will tell you the exact measurement or the exact movement of the flow of your current from your energizer. So I think this will really help a lot of us if only we can just try and get our own copy, and till we meet again. But before I go, I want to please, as for many of you our subscribers, we appreciate you, and please do me well, share this video, let others get it so they can also learn from this. Until we meet again in our next class, do have a lovely day. Bye for now.
I'm the vet guy, call me Slim Shady, getting the defo tech, no ifs.